kind of jonesing out like me and just waiting for hiking and camping and hunting season to come around, you may be thinking about some of your gear and how you can make it better, maybe improve upon it, maybe dial your system in a little bit more. So one of the things I've been thinking about is my cooking system. So I'm going to be reviewing 3 different stoves. They're all like ultralight, backpacking, hiking, hunting friendly stoves that you're going to be typically using when you're trying to save some weight and make life a little bit easier for yourself in the woods. So I've got a couple Amazon orders and one stove that I've had for a few years that actually Danae, my fiance, bought for me a number of years ago. So I'm going to be looking at 3 stoves. I'm going to do this in a 3-part series, so you don't have to watch the whole video. You can just go to whichever stove you're interested in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how long it takes to boil 500 liters of cold water, 500 milliliters rather, of cold water in just a standard Stanley camp pot. And I'm going to tell you all of the weights of the individual stoves, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much weight or how much fuel the stove burned to boil the 500 milliliters of water, so you can get an idea of how efficient each stove is. So that's definitely a consideration, because that's going to affect how many boils you can get out of a can of gas and how much extra fuel you might have to pack. So the first stove we'll look at is the one I've had forever, so this will be part 1, and it's the Primus Mini Trail. So we'll have a quick look at the Primus here, and we'll put it through its paces here in a sec. Okay guys, so when you order the Primus, obviously it comes with a bunch of packaging and stuff like that. I don't have any of that left because this is a fairly well used stove. This is the bag it comes with. It's a pretty well made little storage bag. It's, you know, just your standard mesh with a drawstring just to keep everything organized while it's floating around in your backpack or your cook set. It's a 2-part stove. I'll show you here. So here's the actual burner. If I had to critique this stove or give it a negative or a con in one way or another, I would say that this burner element, when you see the other 2 stoves, is going to be kind of cumbersome by comparison. It's kind of just awkward. It doesn't fit neatly into anywhere in my bag. It doesn't nest in my Stanley pot, so it just takes up extra space. However, I think that the burner, or the element here, works great, and I think it's probably going to boil water the fastest. We'll see though. So let's just, here's the second part of the stove. It's basically just a valve. That's it. It's two-part system. I think they probably did that so that it breaks down easier in the storage bag. For whatever reason, this tag says your warranty is voided if you cut it off. I don't know why. I've always just left it on. It's super annoying. I'm probably going to cut it off after this video, actually. Anyway, let's just zero our scale here, turn this on. Okay, so there you have it. The valve and the element are 6.8 ounces combined. That doesn't include the bag. I don't know if you guys are total crazy ounce counters or not. The bag is 0.3 of an ounce, it looks like, if that matters to anyone. Alright, and starting off for fuel, we currently have 4.8 ounces, 4.9 ounces of fuel, and we'll see how much it burns. I can only go by weight. I don't know how many milliliters or whatever it's gonna burn because it's compressed, obviously. But we'll see what it burns weight-wise in fuel to get one boil here. So I'll fill the Stanley up here with 500 mils of cold water, and we'll do a timed boil here. I'll fast forward it though, so you guys don't have to sit through everything. I'll just give you the end result. Stand by. Hey guys, I forgot to mention, or I forgot after I cut this clip, that some of us don't use the imperial system of ounces. A lot of us are metric. So in grams, the stove and the valve is 194 grams, just so metric users know what we're dealing with in weight here. Alright, we'll get this thing set up. 500 mils straight from the tap. Start a stopwatch while I think about it. So there we go. Test is underway. By the way, they don't recommend doing this inside. I've got the window open and the fan on, but these things do emit a lot of CO2. So I'm just going to crank this up as high as we can go. That's about max right there. As you can see, it's got a wicked big flame, or burner radius rather, and it gets really good coverage on the pot. This is probably an awesome choice for someone who does lots of pot cooking. And we're already getting bubbles forming there, so pretty efficient. Okay guys, we got it boiling at 250. 250, it'll boil a pot of cold water. I'm going to turn it off just so I can conserve gas to get you guys the most accurate idea. So it's still boiling in there, and I've turned the stove off as soon as it started to boil, just so I can get the most accurate idea of what weight in fuel it took to boil the 500 milliliters. So I'm going to let this sucker cool down, and then we'll weigh our gas and see how much it took to get a good rolling boil going. Okay guys, just weighing the gas can again here. I got the stove disassembled. Had a little bit of an issue with batteries, so we do this quick, but you can see that it's now 4.5 ounces. So to do one full boil on cold, required 0.4 of an ounce of gas for the Primus mini trail, and it did that boil in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So hopefully you guys found this information on the Primus useful. I'm going to do the next stove right now, and hopefully you guys can find what you're looking for, or at least find the information on the next stove helpful in picking what's going to work best for you. Alright, take care. Bye.